I freeze the second I see him. The man who killed me. The man who left me to die in the streets while the world turned into a frozen hell. And now he's standing right in front of me, 14 years in the past, like nothing ever happened. But here's the thing. I'm not the same person anymore. I died at 32, betrayed, starving, and broken, and when I opened my eyes again, I was 18. Back in my college dorm. 3 months before the apocalypse that's going to freeze the entire planet to negative 60 degrees Celsius. Oh, and I have a Spirit Beast now, an SS rank Spirit Beast. The rarest, most powerful creature in existence. The kind of power that nations would kill for. The kind of power that's going to help me destroy everyone who destroyed me. Let me back up. My name is Kang Minho. In my first life, I was nobody. A college student studying engineering, living a normal, boring life. Then December 15th happened, the day the world ended. Scientists called it the Great Freeze, a sudden, unexplained climate shift that dropped global temperatures to lethal levels in a matter of hours. Entire cities became graveyards. Billions died in the first week alone. But some people survived. Some people awakened. Spirit beasts appeared, creatures made of pure elemental energy that bonded with humans, granting them supernatural abilities. The power to create fire, manipulate ice, enhance strength, control wind. Suddenly the rules changed. The strong lived. The weak froze. I wasn't one of the strong. In my first life, I never awakened. No spirit beast, no powers, nothing. I survived by clinging to others, by being useful, by doing whatever it took to stay alive. I joined a survivor group led by someone I trusted. His name was Lee Jun-ho, my best friend since high school. The guy I would have died for. Turns out, I did die for him. For 14 years, I followed him. I fought for his group. I scavenged supplies in negative 60-degree wastelands while he sat in warmth. I nearly froze to death a dozen times bringing back food and medicine. And what did I get in return? A knife in the back. Literally. The moment his group didn't need me anymore, the moment I became a burden, he threw me out into the cold. No supplies. No coat. No chance. I lasted 3 hours. I remember the cold. The way it burned my lungs. The way my fingers turned black. The way I couldn't feel my legs anymore. I remember crawling through the snow begging for someone to help me. No one came. I died alone in an alley, covered in frost, my last thought a simple one. If I could do it over, I'd make them all pay. And then I woke up. I'm in my dorm room. My phone says it's September 23rd, 14 years before my death, 3 months before the apocalypse. My hands are young. My body doesn't ache. The frostbite scars are gone. I sit there for 10 minutes, just breathing, trying to process what's happening. Then, I feel it. A presence. Inside me. A warmth that wasn't there before. I close my eyes, and I see it. A beast made of pure white flame and ice, coiled in the center of my chest. Its eyes are twin suns, its body shimmers between solid and ethereal. It's beautiful and terrifying. And then I hear its voice. Master, I am Fenrir, your spirit beast. I nearly fall out of bed. Spirit beasts don't exist yet. They won't appear until the apocalypse. But somehow I have one, right now, 3 months early. And not just any spirit beast. I feel the power radiating from it. This isn't a C rank or B rank beast. This is something else entirely. I whisper, what rank are you? SSS rank master, the highest tier. I am one of only 7 SSS rank spirit beasts in existence. Holy hell. In my first life, I saw exactly one SSS rank beast. It belonged to a warlord who controlled half of Asia. The man was unstoppable. His beast could level entire cities. And now I have one. I start laughing. I can't help it. The universe just handed me the ultimate cheat code. Fenrir speaks again. Master, I can sense your memories. I know what happened to you. I know what they did. Good, I say. Then you know what we're going to do? Revenge. Exactly. I spend the next 3 days learning everything about Fenrir. Turns out, an SS rank Spirit Beast comes with abilities that are borderline unfair. First, elemental mastery. Fenrir can control both ice and fire, which means I can survive the apocalypse easily. I can create heat when I need it. freeze enemies when I don't. Second, physical enhancement. My strength, speed, reflexes, and durability are now 5 times higher than a normal human. I'm not invincible, but I'm close. Third, spirit communication. I can talk to Fenrir telepathically, and he can sense danger before I do. Fourth, evolution potential. Fenrir can grow stronger by consuming other spirit beasts or absorbing energy, which means I'm not capped. I can keep getting stronger. And fifth, the best part, spirit manifestation. I can summon Fenrir into the physical world as a massive wolf made of fire and ice. When I do, his power multiplies. This is insane. But here's the catch. If I reveal my spirit beast now, before the apocalypse, people will think I'm crazy. Or worse, they'll try to study me, capture me, experiment on me. So I keep it hidden. I go to class, I smile, I act normal, and I start preparing. I withdraw all my savings, I buy supplies, non-perishable food, thermal clothing, batteries, medicine, water purification tablets. I stockpile everything in a storage unit across town. I also start training. Every night, I go to an abandoned warehouse and practice using Fenrir's powers. I learn to coat my fists in ice, to summon flames from my palms, to move faster than my eyes can track. By the end of the first week, I can shatter concrete with one punch. By the end of the second week, I can create a wall of fire hot enough to melt steel. I'm ready. And then I see him, Lee Jun-ho. He's walking across campus with his usual group of friends, laughing, carefree. He has no idea what's coming, no idea that in 3 months the world is going to end and he's going to awaken a B-rank spirit beast and become a warlord. No idea that I'm going to destroy him. I follow him, not obviously, just enough to learn his routine, where he goes, who he talks to, what he cares about. Turns out he's dating someone, a girl named Han Yuna. She's beautiful, kind, popular. Everyone loves her. In my first life, she died in the first week of the apocalypse. Junho never talked about her after that. But I remember her. I remember seeing her frozen corpse in the street, her face still peaceful like she'd just fallen asleep. I feel something twist in my chest. Junho didn't save her. He could have. He had the power, but he didn't. He let her die. I add her name to my list, not a revenge list, a protection list, because here's the thing. I'm not the same person I was before. I'm not going to become a monster just because the world's ending. I'm going to save the people who deserve it. And I'm going to make sure the people who don't suffer. September turns into October. The weather starts getting colder. Nothing unusual yet, but I can feel it coming. The shift. The change. I keep training. Keep preparing. And then, on November 8th, something happens. I'm walking back to my dorm when I see a crowd gathered near the campus fountain. People are shouting, pointing at the sky. I look up. The sun is flickering. Not like a light bulb, more like a heartbeat. Bright, dim, bright, dim. The entire sky pulses with it. People are scared, confused. I know what this is. The first sign. The apocalypse is starting early. I run back to my dorm, grab my emergency bag, and head to the storage unit. I load everything I can into a stolen van. Food, clothes, weapons, fuel. Fenrir's voice echoes in my mind. Master, the temperature is going to drop in 72 hours. We need to move. Where? There's a government bunker 15 miles north of here. It's designed to withstand extreme cold. If we get there before the freeze, we can claim it. How do you know that? I can sense energy signatures. The bunker has a geothermal power source. It will remain functional even when everything else fails. I don't question it. I drive. 72 hours later, the temperature drops. Not gradually, all at once. It's like someone flipped a switch. One moment, it's a chilly autumn day. The next, it's negative 20 degrees Celsius. People start dying immediately. I'm already inside the bunker when it happens. I watch through the security monitors as the world outside freezes. Cars stop. Buildings crack. People collapse in the streets. It's exactly like I remember. Except this time, I'm not out there. This time, I'm safe. The temperature keeps dropping. Negative 30. Negative 40. Negative 50. By the time it hits negative 60, the surface is uninhabitable. I spend first week alone in the bunker, organizing supplies, setting up defenses, learning the layout. The place is huge. It was built during the Cold War as a fallout shelter, then abandoned and forgotten. Now it's mine. Fenrir manifests beside me, his massive wolf form filling the room with warmth. Master, there are survivors nearby. I can sense their body heat. How many? Approximately 200. They've taken shelter in a shopping mall 3 miles south. I frown. Will they survive? Not without heat. The mall's power is failing. They have maybe 2 days before they freeze. I should leave them. It's not my problem. But then Fenrir says, one of them is Han Yuna. I freeze. Are you sure? Yes. Her energy signature is distinct. Damn it. I grab my gear and head out. The cold is brutal. Even with Fenrir's protection, I can feel it biting at my skin. The world outside is a frozen wasteland. Everything is covered in thick layers of ice. The streets are empty except for the frozen bodies. I reach the mall in under an hour. The survivors have barricaded themselves inside, burning furniture to stay warm. There are men, women, children. All of them look terrified. I find Han Yuna near the back. She's huddled with a group of students, shivering, her lips blue. When she sees me, her eyes widen. Minho? Yeah. What are you doing here? Saving you. I don't give her time to argue. I tell the entire group about the bunker. I tell them I have food, heat, and shelter. Some of them don't trust me. Some think it's a trap. I don't care. I say, you have 2 choices. Come with me and live, or stay here and freeze. Decide now. 80 people follow me. The rest stay behind. By the time we reach the bunker, the temperature has dropped to -65. The people who stayed behind are already dead. I set up the survivors in different sections of the bunker. I establish rules. No fighting, no stealing. Everyone contributes. Everyone survives. Han Yuna finds me later that night. Thank you, she says. You didn't have to do this. Yeah, I did. She looks at me for a long moment. How did you know? About the bunker? About the freeze? I can't tell her the truth, so I lie. Lucky guess. She doesn't believe me, but she doesn't push. Over the next few weeks, the survivors start to awaken. Spirit beasts appear. Some people bond with small creatures, U rank and D ranks. Others get stronger ones, C rank, B rank. Han Yuna awakens a B rank spirit beast, a phoenix made of golden light. It's beautiful and powerful. She's going to be strong, good. She'll need to be. I keep my own beast hidden. No one knows about Fenrir except me. And then, one day, someone new arrives. Lee Junho. He shows up at the bunker entrance with 15 people, all of them armed, all of them desperate. He's already awakened. I can see the faint outline of his spirit beast, a sea crank serpent coiled around his arm. When he sees me, he grins. Minho. Man, I thought you were dead. I stare at him. In my first life, this is where it all started. Where I joined his group. Where I trusted him. Not this time. I say, what do you want? His grin fades. We need shelter. We've been surviving out there for weeks, but it's getting harder. We heard you have a bunker. I do. Can we come in? I look at him. At the man who killed me. The man who threw me into the cold and watched me die. I could say no. I could leave him outside to freeze. But that's too easy. I smile. Sure, come in. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm gonna make him regret ever betraying me. I let Junho and his group inside. I give them food, warmth, shelter. I act like the same naive kid I was before. He buys it completely. Over the next few weeks, Junho starts taking charge. He's charismatic, confident, a natural leader. People listen to him. They trust him. I let it happen. Because I'm not here to lead. I'm here to watch him build something. And then take it away. Fenrir speaks in my mind. Master, why are you allowing this? You have the power to dominate him, to crush him. Patience, I say. Revenge isn't about killing someone quickly. It's about making them suffer, making them feel every bit of pain they caused. Understood. Junho starts organizing the survivors into teams. Scavenging teams, defense teams, food prep teams. He's good at it. I'll give him that. But he's also starting to show his true colors. There's a scavenging mission. A group of 5 people go out to raid a nearby warehouse. Only 3 come back. Junho doesn't seem bothered. That's the risk, he says. We all know it. But the 2 who died were weak, slow. Liabilities. I saw the way he looked at them before they left, like they were expendable. In my first life, I never noticed. I thought he was just being pragmatic. Now I see the truth. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. The weeks turn into months. The survivors grow stronger. More awakenings happen. The bunker becomes a small community, and Junsho becomes a problem. He starts hoarding supplies, keeping the best food for himself and his inner circle. He starts making decisions without consulting anyone else. He starts treating people like tools. Some of the survivors notice. They complain. They push back. Junho smiles, nods, and quietly removes them. He sends them on dangerous missions. Accidental deaths. Frozen in the wastelands. Attacked by mutated beasts. It's subtle, but I see it. And Yuna sees it too. She confronts him one night. People are dying, Junho, and it's always the ones who question you. He looks at her calmly. That's just coincidence, Yuna. Is it? Yes? She doesn't believe him. But she doesn't have proof. I step in. I've been gathering evidence, tracking his movements, recording conversations. I know every dirty thing he's done. I go to Han Yuna privately. You're right about him, I say. He's been killing people. She stares at me. How do you know? I show her everything. The logs, the patterns, the witnesses. Her face goes pale. Oh my God, we need to stop him. How? I have a plan. But before I can explain, Fenrir's voice cuts through my mind. Master. Danger. A large mutated beast is approaching the bunker. I freeze. What kind? A rank. Iceworm. It's massive. Damn it. I run outside. The creature is already visible on the horizon. A serpent made of ice and frost over 50 meters long, with glowing blue eyes and jagged crystalline scales. It's heading straight for us. The survivors panic. People scream. Some try to run. Junho steps forward, his spirit beast manifesting. Everyone stay calm. We can fight this. He's lying. A C-cranked beast can't fight an A rank. He's going to get everyone killed. I make a decision. I step past him. Minho, what are you doing? Junho shouts. I don't answer. I walk toward the iceworm, and then I summon Fenrir. The bunker entrance explodes with light as Fenrir manifests. A massive wolf made of white fire and ice, towering over the worm, radiating heat that melts the snow around us. Everyone goes silent. Junho's mouth falls open. What? What is that? I don't look at him. I focus on the worm. Fenrir growls, his voice shaking the ground. Shall I kill it, master? No. Dominate it. Fenrir lunges. The fight is brutal but one-sided. The iceworm is strong, but Fenrir is on another level. He moves faster than the eye can follow, his claws tearing through the worm's scales, his flames melting its icy armor. Within minutes, the worm is on the ground, beaten, submissive. Fenrir plants a paw on its head. Submit or die. The worm submits. I turn back to the bunker. Everyone is staring at me. Junho looks like he's seen a ghost. You have an SS rank Spirit Beast? I smile. Yeah. His face goes pale. Because now he knows. Now everyone knows. I'm not weak. I never was. I'm the strongest person here. And everything is about to change. Word spreads fast. Within hours, everyone in the bunker knows I have an SSS rank Spirit Beast. The dynamic shifts immediately. People who ignored me before now look at me with respect, fear, awe. Junho tries to maintain control, but it's slipping. His authority was built on being the strongest. Now he's not. I watch him scramble. It's satisfying. Han Yuna approaches me later. Why didn't you tell anyone? Because I didn't need to. And now? Now it's time. She understands. I call a meeting. Everyone gathers in the main hall. I stand at the front. Junho is off to the side, trying to look confident. I speak clearly. Some of you have noticed people disappearing, dying on missions that should have been safe. I'm here to tell you it's not an accident. The room goes silent. Lee Junho has been killing anyone who questions him. He's been hoarding supplies. He's been treating you like disposable tools. Junho's face turns red. That's a lie. I pull out the evidence, the logs, the recordings, the witness statements. People gasp. Some cry. Others look furious. Junho tries to defend himself, but the proof is overwhelming. Han Yuna steps forward. Is this true, Junho? He looks at her, and for a moment I see something flicker in his eyes. Regret? Fear? Then it's gone. He smiles. So what if it is? The weak die. That's the rule. I did what I had to do to keep us alive. You killed innocent people, Han Yuna says, her voice shaking. I killed liabilities. The room erupts. People shout. Some move toward him. I raise a hand. Enough. Everyone stops. I walk toward Junho. You're done, he laughs. You think you can just take over? You think they'll follow you? I don't need them to follow me. I just need you gone. His spirit beast manifests. The serpent coils around him, hissing. You want to fight me? He says. Fine. Let's do this. I don't summon Fenrir. I don't need to. I move faster than he can react, my fist coated in ice, and I hit him in the chest. He flies backward, crashing into the wall. His spirit beast lunges at me. I catch it by the throat and freeze it solid. Junho stares in horror as his beast shatters into pieces. No! He screams. I walk over to him. He's on the ground, gasping, broken. I crouch down. In my first life, you threw me out to the cold. You left me to die. Do you remember? He looks at me, confused. What are you talking about? You will. I stand up. You're banished. Take your people and leave. If I ever see you again, I'll kill you. He tries to argue, but no one supports him. His inner circle abandons him. They know he's finished. Within an hour, Junho and his loyalists are gone. I watch them disappear into the frozen wasteland. Fenrir appears beside me. You let him live. For now. Why? Because death is too easy. I want him to suffer. I want him to experience the same cold, the same fear, the same desperation I felt. And if he survives, then I'll kill him myself. Fenrir nods. As you wish, master. The bunker becomes mine, not because I demanded it, but because people chose it. They saw what I did. They saw my power, my protection. They trust me. Han Yuna becomes my second in command. She's smart, strong, and fair. People respect her. Together we rebuild. We establish trade routes with other survivor groups. We defend against mutated beasts. We expand the bunker, creating farms, workshops, training grounds. Months pass. The bunker thrives. And then, one day, a messenger arrives. A young woman, barely 20, half-frozen, desperate. Please, she gasps. We need help. There's a survivor camp 50 miles east. Over 300 people. But we're under attack. By what? I ask. A warlord. He calls himself the Ice King. He has an A-rank spirit beast and an army. He's taking over every camp in the region. Enslaving people. Killing anyone who resists. My blood runs cold. What's his real name? I ask. She hesitates. Lee Junho. Of course, I should have killed him when I had the chance. Fenrir growls. Master, let me end this. I'll hunt him down and tear him apart. No, I say. This is personal. I'll handle it myself. I gather my strongest fighters, 20 people, all with spirit beasts, all loyal. Han Yuna insists on coming. You're not doing this alone. I don't argue. We march east. The journey takes 3 days. The cold is brutal, but Fenrir keeps us warm. When we arrive at the camp, it's worse than I expected. Junho has turned the place into a fortress. Guard towers, walls made of ice, armed patrols. He's built an empire, and he's waiting for me. The moment we approach, the gates open. Junho walks out, flanked by soldiers. He's different now. Harder, colder. His spirit beast is gone, but he has a new one, a massive ice bear, A-rank, radiating frost. He sees me and smiles. Ming-ho, I knew you'd come. Let these people go, Junho. Why would I do that? They're mine. They're not property. In this world they are. The strong rule. The weak serve. You taught me that. I taught you nothing. He laughs. You threw me out. You humiliated me. You left me to die. And you know what? It made me stronger. You were always a monster, Junho. I just gave you an excuse. His smile fades. Then let's settle this. You and me. One fight. Winner takes everything. I agree. We face each other in the center of the camp. The survivors watch from the walls. Junho summons his ice bear. It roars, shaking the ground. I summon Fenrir. The wolf appears in a blaze of fire and frost, dwarfing the bear, radiating power. Jinhyu's face goes pale. You didn't think I'd fight fair, did you? I say. The fight is over in seconds. Fenrir moves like lightning, tearing through the bear, ripping it apart. Junho tries to run. I freeze his legs. He collapses, screaming. I walk over to him. Please, he begs. Don't kill me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. I look down at him. In my first life, I would have believed him. I would have forgiven him. Not anymore. You're not sorry, I say. You're just scared. I raise my hand, ice forming around my fingers. Wait, he screams. You said revenge isn't about killing quickly. You said it's about making them suffer. I smile. I lied. I drive the ice through his chest. He gasps, blood spilling from his mouth, his eyes wide with shock, and then he's gone. I stand there for a moment, staring at his body. Fenrir appears beside me. It is done, Master. Yeah. Do you feel satisfied? I think about it. Honestly, no. Killing him didn't bring back the 14 years I lost. It didn't erase the pain. It didn't fix anything. But it gave me closure, and that's enough. I turn to the survivors. You're free. If you want to come with us, you're welcome. If you want to stay, that's fine too. But you're not slaves anymore. Most of them come with us. We return to the bunker. Life goes on. Months turn into years. The world remains frozen, but humanity adapts. We build cities from the ruins. We fight mutated beasts. We survive. I become a leader, not because I wanted to, but because people needed one. Hanyuna stays by my side. She becomes more than a second in command. She becomes a friend, a partner. Fenrir grows stronger. We hunt down other threats, warlords, tyrants, monsters, and slowly, carefully, we start rebuilding civilization. But the apocalypse isn't over, because one day, 5 years after the freeze, something changes. The temperature starts rising, not slowly, fast. Within a week, it jumps from -60 to -40. People celebrate. They think the worst is over. I know better. Fenrir confirms it. Master, this is not natural. Something is causing this. What? I do not know. But the energy signatures are unlike anything I've ever sensed. I investigate. And what I find changes everything. Deep beneath the ice, buried under the ruins of an ancient city, there's a structure. A massive tower made of black stone, pulsing with energy. And inside it, something is waking up. Something that makes even Fenrir nervous. Master, he says, we should leave. What is it? I don't know. But it's old. Older than the apocalypse. Older than spirit beasts. I stare at the tower. And then I hear a voice. Not Fenrir's. Something else. Welcome, human. You are the first to find me in 10,000 years. I freeze. Who are you? I am the one who created the spirit beasts. The one who froze this world. The one who will decide if humanity survives. My heart stops. What do you want? I want to see if you are worthy. If you can pass my trial. If you fail, I will erase every living thing on this planet. And if I succeed, then I will give you the power to reshape the world. I look at Fenrir. He nods. I turn back to the tower. What's the trial? The voice laughs. Enter and find out. The doors open, and I step inside.